What's up, guys? Welcome to the Regulars Podcast.
Yo, yo, yo!
Hey.
The podcast where we like to talk about all things bartending, bar-related, stupid stories that we encounter when we're bartending.
And hanging out in bars.
Oh, yeah. No, always hanging out in bars, usually.
It's not a problem.
It's never a problem.
Pouring drinks, drinking drinks, we don't care. As long as you like it, we like it.
I thought you said porn and drinks.
Pouring drinks.
I mean, I guess
throw
you
that
could be
G on
pouring
there.
in drinks. You know?
Porn and drinks. I'd go to that bar.
Porn and drinks.
Porn and drinks?
Cocktails and dreams. Porn and drinks.
I like the sound of that. We should
Yeah, it's
open
not
that bar.
bad. That man, by the way, is big old Jim over there. We got,
Big JD in the house.
yeah, we got
Dr. D, a.k.a.
all the nicknames.
just Jimmy.
Schlongy Simon.
And Brian O'Connor over here to my left.
That's
You know?
right.
Yeah,
Hello,
the big
folks.
voice,
A.K.A. BOC.
BOC. And I'm James Cogan. You know, just a regular old Jimmy J.
JC.
JC. Rocking it out. Anyways, today, guys, we have, we're talking about some fun, aka also not fun things that happen in bars, religion and politics, blacking out, and getting your shitty friends bartending jobs. Because they're always shitty usually.
That is right. Like, why do we not talk about religion and politics?
It just doesn't flow well in bars. It causes problems.
Yeah.
I think it's because people are bad at it. I think it's because nobody really has any idea what the fuck is going on. That there's some wild shit happening behind the scenes of what's really the big arguments are on fucking Fox News and all that shit. But I'm a black pill kind of guy. So I don't know. That's that's mainly why I don't talk religion or politics in the bars, because religion is not real and because politics is
Just the
mind
Illuminati.
control. It's all mind control.
I mean, I always just find that like whenever someone brings up these shitty topics in a bar, they project these arguments like they want to talk about your side of the story, but really they just want to see why you don't agree with them. Like
Yeah. They're looking for a reason to hate you.
yeah, exactly. That's the only reason they ever bring these things up.
That's right. And especially when you inject alcohol.
Find more ways to be tribal.
Alcohol into the mix, and then you just start talking about a lot of these hot button subjects. You know, like
I mean, I love doing it.
raising alcohol prices and shit like that. It just fucking just ruins my day. You know, like working like I've had to work on 2 presidential election nights, and it is quite awful. Honestly, it's like, why people keep asking you to put the sound on. You're like, shut the fuck up. I'm not putting the sound on. Look at your phone. Who cares what they're saying?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All they're doing is, it's kind of like ESPN. Like if they just put the sound, all they're doing is just talking about the same stuff every 5 minutes. It's like the same cycle because information doesn't come out as quickly as these people are talking.
But at least like when ESPN
None of it
has
comes out right when it does.
whenever ESPN has something like usually going on, unless it's like a talk show during the day, they are actually showing something that happened live in front of them. When it's the presidential election, it's like the results just came in from Iowa.
Yeah.
And this person took it. And we're like, wow, all right, he took that state. And it's like, tune in for the next hour while we count up all the votes from Ohio.
We
just talk
the
for an hour
newscasters are actually the ones counting up these votes.
by hand, which is why this segment is 12 and a half hours long.
Yeah, and then like it just really annoyed me, like when this most recent election when I was working, and somebody like they were like, looks like Hillary Clinton took New York, and then like everyone's like, whoa, yeah, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, like of course she took
did.
New York, you fucking idiot. Like, why would she not take New York? Are there people? Are you actually thinking that? Oh my God! Like Trump was gonna fucking come and take people in New York hate Trump.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were never going. It was never going to swing red.
Yeah, unless you're talking about upstate, the 15 people that live upstate
on their farm.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, and Hillary got California. Woo! It's like, shut the fuck up. I'm sick
I would have
of it.
never guessed 40 million Democrats voted for Hillary Clinton. I thought they were going Trump the whole time.
Yeah. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. And then when people start talking about religion, it's like the same type of fucking bullshit. It's just like, like
Well, it is the same bullshit. It's the same book written 40 different ways.
they just like it's like this. It's basically like what Hollywood's doing now with movies. They're taking the same stories and they're renaming people, and they're talking about the Ghostbusters children now. Like those are the people that we're going to be showing in this.
Hey,
chapter.
do you remember the movie about Hercules? Well, now we have a new one for you, except it's big, muscly man with a Greek face. Like that's basically how it goes down.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's all the fucking same shit that they're talking about, and it's like just nobody and everybody's just so like this is the truth. This is my truth. Like Muhammad and Jesus
disgusts
and
me.
Yahweh and all that bullshit. There's like this is the reason. Like we're just a fish in a fucking bowl, just swimming around, saying that recycling the same bullshit over and over again.
I hate it when people talk about their truth.
Let's
through religion?
let's hear your truth.
I mean, it's your truth is your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is not. It has nothing to do with the truth.
Right.
The truth is a totally relative thing depending on where you're fucking sitting. I mean, it's just taking a card out of a fucking deck of cards, putting it face down on the table without either of us seeing, and we can both fucking say whatever the fuck we want about that card, and it's all true to us until we actually see what the fuck it is when we die. That
was dark.
Yeah.
But see, that's how politics and religion
It's
go down.
really-
It's nothing but
really
dark.
how it is.
Yeah, and if you're anywhere, like if you're kind of like agnostic or like if you're like an independent, then people just fucking hate you
Yeah.
because they're like, make up your fucking mind. How could you deal with this? Like, how could you? Like, I cannot believe why you don't see my point of view. And I'm like, I don't know, because you're like fucking 4 martinis deep and you're screaming in my face right now. Maybe that's why I can't hear your, like, I don't really want to hear your view.
Well,
Like,
it's hard to hear views of people like what you ever meet those people that are so like God fearing, they respect God so much, but they do things that are really against the code. Like I remember I walked past a
cheating on your
strip club.
wife?
And well, yeah, shit like that. But like I walked past a strip club and there's this dude. He must have been like his early 30s. He's in like a tracksuit. He's got all these gold chains. He's got a gold like pimp cane or whatever. And like we were talking outside smoking a cigarette one time, and he was like, I wouldn't be able to do this without my faith in God, because I work so hard, because God loves me so much. I'm able to buy like gold chains and go to strip clubs and pay girls for their titties and shit like that. And I was like, it says that in the Bible? Because like I'd jump on board if it said that in the Bible. I don't think I remember any chapter of the Bible that said, if you do well and you respect God, God will shower you in titties. And
no, that's what the whole Crusades were all about. Like that's what he.
That's what they went down there for.
Yeah, they're like,
was
we're
for
gonna go
gold and titties.
We're gonna go see some sand titties, and we're
gonna get some gold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring it back up to Europe.
And God willed it.
Willed
Yeah.
it? So
And
it shall
they lost
be.
8 out of 9 times.
Hey, I mean,
They
I'd
marched
keep
out
going
into
back.
the desert and they got their asses whooped.
Well, it's
Must have
They
been
didn't
some.
see no titties.
it's just all those gold chains they were wearing.
Look,
It's so
yeah,
heavy.
it's heavy coming
they
back.
They didn't dress. They didn't dress for the. You got to dress for where you're going.
I do have to respect that
Dress
those
for
must have been
success.
some really good titties if you're going down there to die 8 or 9 times and coming back successful once.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Those are some
you're,
solid
You're
tits.
marching thousands of miles to go get your ass whooped.
In a desert.
To
Some
try
of you
and convince
won't even
people
make
that
it there.
You're right.
You're dying.
No, you died on the
there.
way. You don't even get to see the desert. You
Yeah.
just left beautiful, lush land that you grew up in.
Well, I mean, Western Europe isn't like the most beautiful and lush, I guess. I don't know.
No, Italy is.
Back then.
Back then, it probably was
Maybe.
Maybe.
before we ruined it.
Yeah.
We didn't ruin anything. I was born fucking 34 years ago. All right?
I was born
I
post
didn't-
the ruining.
I haven't ruined anything. So-
Ancestors of ours ruined everything over there.
yeah, maybe. I mean,
I
23 and me is just it's really giving me too much. I don't even know what the hell I am, because I didn't do it, but like I had a brother who did, and so like I just like all the stuff you think you are, you're like, oh well, I didn't know I was 0.1% West African. Like that's interesting.
because
Insignificant.
it's because everyone's apparently whores.
You know what?
If you
You know
look
what?
back at
You know
your
what the main
ancestry.
issue is? We're all insignificant. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're all arguing about stuff in a bar as if we are on the floor of the Senate like in ancient Rome.
Yeah.
And our decisions and our ability
Deciding
to
the fate.
convince people is going to change the road. Okay, no. Greta Thunberg is doing more to change the world, I guess, than we are.
I mean, American politics started in bars.
I mean, at least that's what CNN says.
Yeah.
She refuses to go to school
She has to be in the UN
until we
and
get
Senate
down
floor.
to zero emissions, which means she will never go back to school. Which means how can she learn more about
Emissions.
the world? Yeah, emissions.
She refuses to
Can
go
she
back and
spell
learn.
emissions?
That's a good question.
I like the guy who's doing the that ocean cleanup thing, though.
Which one? The One Ocean thing, or the one with the bracelet?
No, there are a couple.
know,
There are a couple
the-
guys that have like they crowdsource their inventions, and they're like they're going in the ocean and cleaning.
I think
shit
he's
up.
like I don't know if he's like Australian or New Zealander or something like that.
Well,
but
Australians
he's-
need to.
I don't know.
The ocean doesn't need to be clean for them to take some ocean and dump it on their fucking land because it's engulfed in flames. Okay? If he's Australian, he needs to not worry about if it's clean, scoop up some of that fucking water and drop it and save some of those goddamn koalas.
we need Elon Musk to dump some fucking water over there.
Yeah.
We need the fire department to go. We need to send the FDNY fire department over there.
That's right.
They did already.
Yeah, I'm talking about the whole goddamn thing.
All of them. We
Yeah,
don't
what
need 'em.
happens when something burns down over here, though?
We'll figure
Regular
it
New Yorkers. will hate it.
out.
Joe from the corner, he's got it.
Yeah.
He's also got
We're
the
going to
cheapest
take the
coffee in
water out
Midtown.
of the Hudson River,
Yeah.
and we're going to put out the fire.
Yeah. Most of these FDNY and these NYPD guys, they look more like golfers and like fucking softball players than they do like.
Well, they play softball and golf. So
Yeah,
that makes
well, I
sense.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just like you don't need to be like. If I'm just saying, if they go away, it's not like their job can't be done. Okay, other people like us.
Maybe leave like a couple of them behind.
No, but I'm
Just to
saying,
teach the
like,
other
it's not that
idiots
they're-
how to do
they're
it.
Not,
Yeah.
it's not like they are the keeper of this one like special thing. Their job is, we can fucking. I can climb up a ladder and throw water on something like fucking.
I just see like if we were all signed up while we sent the entire fire department
I
over
would
to
die
Australia, we're like all hanging out outside a burning building. It's like going full up in flames, and we're standing outside.
Yeah,
and
I
like,
could run into a building that's going to collapse on top of me and save no one.
yeah, yeah,
Die a hero.
yeah. I feel like that's what we're doing with this podcast.
Exactly.
If you're listening to this podcast because you need us to save you, guess what, pal?
the
We don't
saving has
believe in
started.
God.
Find your own way out.
First and foremost.
We don't believe in saviors, guy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not running in the fucking building for some sand tits, all right?
We're very
fucking
cynical.
Run in a burning building, go get your medal. Job done.
Yeah, God's not telling us to run in buildings, all right?
Yeah.
He's
At least he's not telling me.
He's telling me to kick people out.
Maybe
We're
he told
talking
Jimmy to
about
run in that building.
religion and politics.
Yeah. I mean, I don't talk about politics in the bar.
No.
Mainly, I just save it for the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
I know we've said on previous podcasts that we don't talk about politics or religion, but we're just talking about the overall theme of politics.
Yeah, I'm
and
just
religion.
kidding. We should keep bar rules in.
Yeah, no, this is more about
Here.
the subject, not obviously not personal views or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I have a question. What do you
It's
think is
not
more
polite
annoying?
conversation, and it hasn't been.
A guest coming in and opening up on your bar about a religion like based conversation, or two Mormons ringing your doorbell asking if you want to talk about our Lord, our Savior? What's more annoying to you?
I think that's too pushy.
Yeah, I'd say shoot them all.
What?
I mean, I think, I don't know. In this day and age,
You could if they knock on your door, you can not answer the door.
Yeah, you just
but if
close
they're
it.
in a bar, you can't go anywhere because you're behind the bar.
Yeah, you
That's
tell
what
them
people
to
don't.
leave.
A lot of people don't get it. Like, oh my god, it's so awesome.
yeah.
there are so many
Your place.
freaking
Can't go anywhere.
dirt bags that come into bars sometimes, and it's like I can't go anywhere. Like I have to stay here and serve you. I might despise you, but I'm still
And
going
you
to
might
serve
not
you.
pay me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There are guys that come in, that or girls too that that aren't good tippers, and you still serve them because you know what? It's still part of my job. I'm doing my job.
It's your duty.
Yeah, it's yeah.
God wills it.
God wills it.
And I can't clock out until 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I like how it goes. There is no God. There is no Savior. To God wills it.
That's why I have to give you your Tito's and soda.
But like that's also the thing about like being a human is that throughout your life you change. You have your perspective hopefully changes on all these different subjects. You know, it's like sometimes you might be, oh my God, you know what? I'm gonna fucking be a Mormon. You know, James, you look like a Mormon. So
I could be one if I didn't hate the religion. Sorry,
talking about?
personal
The
thing. We're not
Marriotts.
going in there.
Marriott's are good places to stay. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see you having like 15 different wives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely like the wives part.
Yeah, I mean, not at the same time. I mean, like 15 different women that have left you.
Yeah, I'm still
That's more of a
respected.
New York thing than a Mormon
Yeah.
thing. Like, I got 5 different ex-wives.
I
Oh,
know.
wait, that's not what they meant? Oh, okay.
I know more finance dudes on the Upper West Side that have that issue.
Yeah.
I'm paying 20% over here, 20%
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
By the way,
Wild.
you can cover my my Johnny Walker Black, right? Because I got 15 wives to support.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, you don't have to marry them all.
Yeah,
know,
you could just ghost them like everybody else does.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus Christ.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
15 wives.
Blackout and Ghost.
Yeah. But I really don't. I don't know. I try to shut it down as quickly as it if I hear somebody talk about politics, then I just have to like tell them, hey guys, are you talking about politics? And I'll just like kind of make a joke out of it. And I'll be like, shut your mouths. Like, why you gotta talk about that? You know,
Yeah.
Super Bowl's in like a couple weeks or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
talk about that. There's a fire in Australia.
Talk about the
that.
2 teams that aren't yours that are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, talk about your 2 children that are at home waiting for you to come home drunk.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of bars, old school bars in New York that actually encourage it.
Those places
There's
should be burned to the ground.
No, but the rules are no cell phones. No cell phones at the bar.
That's actually a good rule.
They encourage conversation between the patrons.
Okay.
They're like old school literary bars down in the Union Square area. Some of them are some of the oldest bars in the city. And they just require that you talk to each other. I'm sure they probably frown upon heated conversations such as politics, but
Yeah.
as long as you keep it civil and have a discourse.
But see, that's the issue.
That's what
is
it's
that
all about.
People don't know how
Drink
to
and
have.
talk to each
people
other.
do not know how to have civil discourse today.
They probably used
That's
to.
true.
I think.
mean,
I think in this day and age, they definitely don't. You can't
No,
walk
I
into
feel
a
like
bar.
I don't know that that's true. Because it's that old meme about how people with cell phones, all they do is like look at their phones, and there's a picture of like the old days when everyone's like face is buried in a newspaper. Like people have, back in the old days, if you came out of a ballot booth and they knew you voted for the other guy, they'd fucking throw mud at you. That's where mudslinging came from. Like it's just people have issues with people are just like you said earlier. It's tribalism. Everyone wants to be a part of their fucking tribe, and they
Yep.
want to be. And they less want to have an actual like consensual conversation with you, and it's more they want to reprimand you for disagreeing with their like beliefs that they refuse to change because everyone's in their own fucking bubble.
And I do feel like it's getting worse because, and this is getting a little bit political, I guess, because people are always looking for new ways to be tribal now.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking
Yeah.
for all the different subdivisions of their groups and just further ways to break it down and be part of another group. And it's all that tribal mentality, and I think it's all gotta
go.
cave in at some point.
I think one of
We
the
gotta get connected again. We gotta realize we're all just fucking people. We're 10 million fucking people in New York living right on top of each other. Nobody gives a fuck about us. We're all gonna fucking die and go in a box in the ground. We're not going to
if you're
fucking
lucky,
heaven.
or the East River,
when you're unlucky.
There's no fucking 72 virgins. There's no fucking heaven and hell. Just live like you're good people now. Treat everybody fucking good. That's all I gotta say.
Well, I like the idea of, and I'm gonna kick myself in the nuts for saying this, but like live as though, like I've heard it several times said, but live as though God is real. Like whether you believe in Him or not, but like live like you believe that, so you're nice to people, so I feel like everyone needs to have a little bit of a, just a reality check and know that we're all stacked on top of each other, like you said, and we all need to be a little nicer to each other, and we can still bust each other's balls. And I was in this argument last night with people about how you can make fun of something and still care about it. Like people get so, like, this whole PC culture that's been taking over it's disgusting, because people just, if you make a joke about cancer, oh my God, how dare you? My dog had cancer. How fucking dare you? Like,
you see, they might have, well, I mean, it's probably other news and divergent from here. Sorry to interrupt you, but they think they got another good fucking cure for cancer out there. It's pretty wild.
Great.
Sorry.
Only 150 more to go.
True.
Yeah. All the cancer?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's like they got this thing that targets that like MR1 cancer gene that fucking kills like millions and millions of people.
Nobody cares about cancers that kill other people. They only care about cancers that kill their family.
That's true.
So, like, so it's like, yeah, that cancer. What about this one? What about?
Bottom line is, cancer kills everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but like with the type of cancer, it's like I think that people just like, and that gets into tribalism too. It's like, no, like I'm doing this walk for breast cancer. Hey, do you want to do this walk for colon cancer? No, why would I do that?
Why would?
Yeah, ew, gross.
Yeah.
Colons get cancer. Ew, ew.
Everything gets
I
cancer.
only walk for prostate cancer, bitch.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. It's just like, ew, that cancer's gross. I'm not into that. I'm only into breast cancer.
Save the boobs.
Yeah. That's right.
Gotta always.
Yeah. If all the breasts die, then why would we go to war?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Men just stop fighting. They're like, what are we fighting for?
Then women.
I guess women too.
Yeah. Don't be a sexist. Also tribalist. See?
Tribalism.
Also
Yeah.
tribal.
Got to get out of the bars, guys.
Yeah. Got to get out of the
Get it all out right here.
We will purge this city.
One podcast at a time.
Yeah.
It'll be
We're
a
gonna be like-
clean city when we're done with it.
We're going to be like Mormons. We're going to show up in those like ET suits and fucking go in there and hose you down
with
make sure-
Jameson.
with Jameson and knowledge.
That's how we operate.
Stop being so butthurt about things people say.
Just drink with us.
If you get
and
offended,
realize we're all a bunch of assholes.
If
We're
you-
all doing the same dumb shit every day.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
get offended, who the fuck cares? Okay, it doesn't affect the. I rarely see like nowadays. If I offended somebody, it wasn't my intention, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I just won't say that again. Be like, no, grow the fuck up and like learn how to
Laugh.
learn how to laugh. We're all going to die,
Yeah.
all of us.
As Jimmy said, we're all going in a box in the ground. Just fucking laugh for
Yeah,
once.
if you're lucky.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless World War III happens, and then, we're going to be fucking...
Well, we're all going to be in a box in Russia.
No, I don't know about Russia. China, maybe.
China. I
Yeah.
heard it's a beautiful country.
Yeah. Iran is not a beautiful country. Maybe it is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
actually
been.
thought
You
it
gotta
was.
see.
Was
Or I
it?
suppose it was.
Well.
At some point.
I don't know. I haven't seen a good travel brochure yet.
I don't think there will be one anytime soon, to be
Yeah.
honest.
You take a cruise? You take a cruise?
Cruise to where? The desert?
I want to
No.
go see them pyramids, boy.
And then you
Yeah.
have these like
Yeah.
fucking
The real-
ragtag Iranian ships come and take your ship and bring it to their port, and then you have to negotiate your life back to America.
Or,
As long as
yeah.
they get to see them fucking triangles.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm surprised they haven't, in all the wars that they've had in that area, they have not blown those things up.
I don't even think you can.
Yeah, it's against the Geneva Convention. You can't.
Well, yeah, I mean, of
Well,
course
no,
it is,
I'm
but
not
there's
even
some sick
saying that.
bastards
I
out
mean,
there.
Yeah,
Shut
I mean,
the
you
fuck-
could drop
you could
nukes
drop
on
a-
that thing.
Definitely.
you could
blow
drop a
those up.
Moab on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
you could
right down to
probably-
King Tutum and Kaboosh. It's
Yeah.
gone.
When they came out with that
That would be
Moab,
unfortunate.
Yeah.
that Moab like years ago.
Yeah, mother of all bombs.
Yeah,
what a
mother
name.
of all bombs.
What a name.
Yeah, that's right.
That'll scare the shit out
You
of
know
you.
what? I mean, I don't even know about that. I bet you could drop a fucking bomb on those things and they might not even go
Oh
anywhere.
no, they're gone. I don't care how many freaking Jewish slaves built that bitch. It's fucking crumbling to the ground.
That's all tribalist propaganda.
I don't know, man.
I think we have no idea who built those fucking things. I think that
you think
those
it's the
things are-
aliens?
not the aliens. I think that those things are thousands and thousands and thousands of years older than that we even have any idea about humans being here.
Wow, you're like Eddie Bravo.
I am like Eddie Bravo on this one.
Yeah. You gonna choke me out later?
Well, the main thing that they do to figure out when those pyramids were
Only
roughly
if you want to stay over, cutie.
the main thing they do to find out when those pyramids were roughly finished is because they always buried a pharaoh in it, and they just carbon date the
There's
pharaoh.
never been pharaohs found in any of those pyramids.
Yes, there has.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep.
Where's your Google article?
Yeah.
Pull it up.
No, I mean, this is take too much time. Stop making wild accusations. This is why we don't talk about shit in bars. Can you imagine making a wild accusation like that?
Shut up.
Make a wild accusation like that, and then not being able to look at your phone in a bar because it's some old fucking bar where they just want you to talk to each other. Fuck you, bar. Don't tell me what to do with my phone.
It's just a guess that the Great Pyramid was a tomb. They don't even know if.
You're a guess.
So I guess like there's like three of them. I guess there's the two of them are like Khufu and Khafre and whatever. But they didn't find any fucking mummies in there.
Dude, they read.
Well, there's actually a ton of tombs. There's only 3 huge ones though.
Yeah, they found tombs there with mummies in them on the Giza plateau, but
Yeah.
not in the pyramids.
I thought they did find them in the pyramids.
I don't
Nah,
believe
dog.
you.
Look it up.
Nah, dog.
What YouTube conspiracy page are you going to send me to?
All of them.
Yeah. Amazon Prime.
No, I actually don't think that's. Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure. I could just be talking out of my ass here. We need a research
I'm
guy. We need a Jamie.
No, we don't need to. Yeah, young Jamie.
Pull that
Look
shit up.
that shit.
I need some confirmation on this.
Yeah, that's right. Confirmation, another religious term. Let's talk about it. I'm just kidding.
Pour me a big
Yikes.
glass of whiskey. Before
Oh my
you open
god!
that
No,
up.
but it's really funny because I was one night I was working in a bar and there was this guy who was like this. He was a communist, self-proclaimed communist, big communist, and we sat in the bar. And then there's this other guy who was, he was in the middle, like me, on a lot of stuff. Maybe left adjacent or something, but but we just sat around and smoked cigars and like talked about politics. And this guy was this old communist guy was just talking about how just saying the whole like seize the means of production and fucking we need the worker to, it was just like we actually had a great conversation,
Like a normal productive conversation that
like
should be had in a bar.
It was actually like those are the times where I can have like a good conversation with people about stuff. Not like, sometimes it's hit or miss because sometimes you have, like these guys would get in arguments with people and you just look out, they just keep coming out of the bathroom and their eyes are wider and wider and wider. And they're just like, you're fucking coked up out of your, sometimes, like
Wait
I don't
a second.
no, yeah, but
what are they doing in there?
no, yeah, they're doing tons
Cocaine?
of fucking, yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I just
believe
thought
it or
they
not.
had to pee a lot.
Yeah, they broke the seal of their bag.
Of their back.
yeah. But he would they would come out and say, and like I, believe it or not, guys, I don't do cocaine, never have. And so like,
It's all a lie, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a front for the pod.
Yeah. But this guy would come, these guys would come out, and then like 30 minutes later of us talking about fucking bullshit, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, I need to
Shut
I need
the
to
fuck
I know,
up,
I know.
Kogi.
I know. I need to close this fucking bar and get out. This guy's just talking to me because it's just, I don't know what Coke does. It just draws just word salad out of your
Word
mouth.
vomit.
Yeah.
Word vomit.
Yeah. And there's like, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about the fucking pharaohs? And
No.
Yeah. let's-
There were no mummies found in the pyramids, by the way, according to Google. So fuck
what
you
does
guys.
Google know? Fuck Google.
Google don't know shit.
Yeah. No shit about fuck.
I
don't know,
definitely
guys.
don't Google any question that I ever have
Yeah.
about anything.
I would love
you know
to
what I
get
do?
drunk and talk about fucking pharaohs and mummies and bullshit.
Maybe we could just, if you guys
That
are
shit is
interested,
wild.
Jimmy's got a good episode of the
It's so
podcast for you
fucking
Yeah,
guys.
he's just going to
Interesting.
be here alone talking to himself about.
Jimmy's soapbox.
Fuck yeah, it's my soapbox.
That's right.
and be far more interesting than most other conversations I have in bars these days.
James, might as well get another one out there.
Yeah, another round.
Another round. There you go. Thank you.
Yep. Hit me.
There we go.
But yeah,
Well, tough shit.
I mean, you wind up talking to people about bullshit in bars these days.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, or tribal fucking nonsense. Like, oh, are you going to vote for? You see the fucking news today? Can't believe that fucking cunt did this. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, people aren't changing their mind, when they're watching their same fucking show every day and they're like, oh my God, I think they're right. Oh my God, I'm just going to keep digging this fucking hole and just be alone with my thoughts and echoes of my own thoughts and just still believe what I believe. Like Jimmy and Pharaoh's.
Yeah. Mainly my belief comes down to is that we really don't know shit.
No, we don't.
No. But like that's why I like bars, is because you're in a space where everyone's just speaking bullshit. And then when you start to talk about politics or religion and try to insert your own twisted logic into your self-subjected logic into your fucking, conversation.
You
it's like
mean
you're
your
ruining it.
truth?
Yeah, your
Your
truth.
truth.
Yeah. This is my truth.
Oh, God.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Excuse me, can I get a vodka soda? But also my truth.
Yeah.
I have to tell you.
No. This is my truth. Vodka sodas are my truth.
That's fine.
Yeah.
If vodka sodas are your truth, then that's fine.
Excuse me, bartender. You charge me too much, and that is my truth.
That is my truth.
You didn't give me a buyback.
I'm poor.
Suck a dick.
Get the fuck outta
That's
here.
my truth.
Yeah, I'm charging you one more just to shut you the fuck up. Here, get out.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Call the cops.
Call the cops.
Tough shit. They're in fucking Australia. They're arresting koalas.
For arson?
Yeah. Yeah. You are not being arrested. You're being detained. You are not under arrest. You're detained. Stop resisting.
Fire!
Because koalas, I don't think they can put their hands behind their backs, but to be honest.
They're so high all the time. I'm surprised they can do anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Under the influence.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they got tough drug laws in Australia, right?
Do koalas get DUIs when they're hanging out on trees all day, getting fucking ripped out of their minds on those leaves?
I've gotten thrown in handcuffs a couple times for being really high on trees.
In a tree?
It's because they found them in a tree.
Back in the day in New York, no.
Yeah, he was spying on a girl that was living her truth.
This girl said,
I've
I
never
don't know
done
her
that.
truth, so I'm here to find out outside her bedroom window.
Oh, so that's your
Sir,
truth.
you need to get down.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about my truth?
No one ever wants to know what my truth is.
Yeah.
It's all about her truth.
Officer, I'm not drunk. This is my truth. This is the most sober I've ever been. My eyes are open. I know what's going on.
Never seen anything like it.
Yeah. Sometimes people think drinking beer is like fucking chugging ayahuasca. They're just like, oh my God.
Sometimes, for some people, it is. I mean,
Most eye-opening experience.
sometimes
You're getting dragged out of a bar.
Well, I don't know. I feel like on the different stages of blackout with people, that you can kind of like you get a window into some people's souls, and to some people, it's just like, oh, you just turned into a completely different person. Like I don't know who that was. Like it brings out the different kind of multiple personalities in people.
Yeah, you black
Liquor does.
You black out a lot, huh? You guys, James?
Occasionally.
It happens.
Yeah,
It happens.
It's never expected.
yeah.
It just kinda
like never
Yeah,
being
well,
arrested. Just
sometimes
like
the
never
lights
being
just
arrested.
turn
I have
off.
never blacked out before, ever.
Come on, no way.
I have never blacked out.
Are you one
You're
of
a
these
pussy.
Amish?
Yeah, all I do is churn butter.
Smoke doinks and Amish?
And ride your horse to work.
Let's go raise a barn.
How many barns do they raise? I feel like they're always raising a barn, but for what?
I don't know.
So they can churn more butter?
Yeah, they need more room for
The
all
cycle
their
of
fucking
life
butter.
in the Amish world. Churn more
Churn
butter.
butter?
Yeah, because
To
the
raise a barn. To churn butter.
Tip cows.
Tip cow.
They don't tip cows.
No?
No, it's against their religion.
What is that?
Cow tipping?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I thought that was, yeah, I did hear that was just a myth. Not about the Amish, just
No, the
but
people
just in
that
general.
live around Amish communities that run onto their farms to try to find fucking mushrooms and push over fucking cows.
I think
they
the
do
shrooms is real.
The shrooms is the real part of that.
Yeah.
Everything else is just
No,
a lie.
I've heard
If
of
you're
people.
anybody with mushrooms and you want to sponsor this podcast, things can get real weird.
This podcast is
Hit me
sponsored
up
by
on Instagram
We realized we put out
CBS
3 episodes.
brand
at regulars_pod.
CVS brand psilocybin.
That'd be tight.
Generic.
Just microdose.
Yeah, that could be fun. I feel like we'd be if we were like really fucked up on mushrooms. It would just not be a good podcast.
Shroomcast.
Shroomcast, Dreamcast.
Sucker.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Super Nintendo.
I feel like
Sega Genesis.
yeah, I feel like Jimmy could definitely attest that I've been super fucking wasted.
I don't know, but I believe that.
You've shut the fuck up, dude. You know that I've been wasted. You've seen me wasted.
Brian doesn't really drink. He drinks like a bitch every time I see him.
That's your truth. And then there's the objective truth.
I mean, every time that I hang out with Brian, I have 3-4 times as many cocktails as him.
That's such bullshit.
Yeah.
That is such entire
Yeah,
bullshit.
It's true.
Oh my God.
It's all true.
No, you're just lying.
Brian doesn't really drink, and he
Oh
doesn't
my-
know anything about drinking. He just takes your money and
The slander on this podcast, people. The slander. It's palpable.
I don't know. I mean,
it's true.
Brian.
Jay, shut the fuck up, dude, shut up. You fucking reprobates.
The only time I ever saw you try
Actually
and
have
drink
a
You
drink.
black out all the time. How the
I
fuck
don't-
do you know? Okay? How the fuck do you know?
Maybe when you black out, you see the truth.
No, you don't, because you don't remember. Okay? You can't recall information about times you don't remember.
What if I just
I
wore a
only use
GoPro?
my third eye.
Yeah.
The one between your legs, you fucking.
No, it's the one that sits on top of the pyramid, dude. The one that sees everything.
It's the one that said there's no mummies buried in the pyramid.
But there's some daddies.
Hey now.
Hey,
Couple daddies.
Couple daddy jokes.
daddy jokes. Sitting in them pyramids.
Yeah. 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 But like I've definitely have been out with Jimmy, who's fucking been blackout wasted, and then like he just can't remember what's going on the next day. And I have to fill in some gaps. Also have some friends back home. There's that meme where it's like Jesus talking on the Temple Mount to all of his disciples, and they're all like, you know, it's like when your friends call you to find out what happened the night before. Good
and then,
times.
They're like, we thought you died. And he's like, no, bro.
I just slept for 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like every time James comes on this podcast, he gets blackout drunk.
Tell him because my ride back to Queens is so long. I had to be blackout for the entire subway path ride.
That's right.
I feel like it's usually after the podcast that it winds up getting dicey.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like how it always happens. It's always after.
It's like I feel like I have 2 drinks and I start slurring my words a little bit. I start getting a little bit lispy, and then after 3 drinks, it's gone.
It's go time.
The lisp is gone.
Yeah.
Straighten you back out.
Yeah.
Wait, so you just have a lisp before anyway, and then you just like you have kind of a speech impediment anyway, and then you get 3 drinks in, and then you're fucking in.
No, I think it's
You're
just
locked
like
in.
I have like 2 drinks and my mouth is just watering, so I start getting a little bit like.
You think it's like when you run, like when you go on like runs? Not that Jimmy ever runs, but like the first like quarter mile,
are you
you're in
talking
pain,
about?
and then you
Yeah.
just kind of get into it, and
'Cause
you're
you
like,
gotta
oh,
break
this feels
past the
nice.
cramp.
Yeah, so like you just have to have those 3 beers just to fucking get in the groove, and then you're just locked in, and you're
Yeah.
everything.
Then I'm just rolling downhill.
Yeah. Falling down a flight of stairs.
Just sailing with the wind.
Full sail.
Just
I don't know. I feel like when you black out, sometimes you, it's definitely like a trip because you basically like time hop because you remember being at one place and then all of a sudden you'll like come back to like an hour later and you're like, wait, when did we come uptown? And people are just like, dude, you don't remember the last like 40 minutes?
It's like limitless.
Yeah.
Or like fucking just, everything just speeds up, I guess. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I've never blacked out or been arrested because I'm a good person.
No, you're not.
I'm Amish. And we don't tip cows.
You wouldn't tip one cow?
You wouldn't tip a bartender either.
Yeah, you jabroni.
Oh my God.
You
This is just fucking
beard having,
slander.
butter churning.
You have a beard too.
barn
You can't
raising.
grow a beard to save your life, James. But Jimmy actually has a beard. No fucking
thick and luscious.
I'm getting there. I'm like 3/4.
get over yourself. You can't grow a beard. Look at you.
Yeah, I know. I also get tired of growing it. I get lazy.
Oh, you get tired of growing it? It's the easiest thing to fucking grow.
Yeah, but I just hate
gotta
You
get
just
through the
do
itchy
nothing.
phase. Yeah, you just cut here on your cheeks and around your neck, and then it's you just let it happen. You know.
I like the scruffiness. Like the pre.
Well,
like
see,
once the
Brian's beard goes up to his eyeballs.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
I
you
have
have to
hack it
do
down.
that.
I have to. Okay. I'm like
Me,
a
on the other hand, I can just let this fucking baby go.
I'm
and,
like a tall Ewok.
A tall Ewok.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm thinking of that. What was Chewbacca? He was a
a Wookiee.
Wookiee. Yeah. Okay. I remember.
Grow up.
What?
What was Chewbacca? Idiot.
Fucking idiot. It's sad because I'm
You're
actually
definitely
a big
not a
Star Wars
Wookiee
fan.
because you're not that big, and your Ewoks are definitely dumber than Wookiees.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
I don't even want to think about what an Ewok with a fucking heart on looks like.
Don't
I'll
act
just
like you
ruin
have
ruin my childhood.
I'll show you later.
Don't ruin Jedi.
I'll
There's
take
got to
you
be a picture on the internet somewhere. Some sick bastard has put that
Oh,
together.
man. How am I not going to go looking for that later?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's that part is just 100.
Are we on mushrooms right now?
What do Ewoks' dicks look like?
There's 110% a picture.
Hey
on the
Alexa, what do you want? In inches, how big are Ewoks? what kind of heat are they packing?
internet. Yeah, is it bigger than me? I just need to know, Alexa. You gotta tell me.
Probably.
Short, but only in major.
Yeah,
height.
those guys fucking strut with the fucking confidence of a guy.
That's why they waddle.
Yeah,
Because
that's
too
right.
much,
Those
too
guys-
much down low.
They're actually one-legged. The other is just a hairy fucking
It's
schlong. They have to waddle. It's like walking with a fucking peg leg. Good times.
trying to save
Why talk
myself
about
in-
politics or religion when you could talk about Ewok cock? You know?
Ecock.
Yeah, that's right.
Much better topic.
That's right. Ecoks and Ewoks.
You wax on, wax on. I don't know. Sorry.
Oh my god.
It's great.
What were we talking about? Blacking out?
We're talking about blacking.
Talking about blacking out.
So, like, how do you do you like? Can you like see it on somebody's face? Like when you're actually working, do you see it? Like people who are like fucking. You're like, oh, okay, you need to fucking like when
there's
you cut them
telltales.
off.
The telltale is like if you knew someone was telling you a story and then they finish the story and then you go on a different topic and then 5 minutes later they're like, wait, did I tell you about this thing?
Did I tell you about pyramids?
Yeah, and it's the same fucking story again. It's like, yeah, Steve, I know. You just told me about it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, or also
Sure.
like if people are like closing checks out, and then like it actually happened with two guys the other night to me, where they were like, one guy like asked me to close his check, and I closed it, and then and then he asked to close the check again, and I was like, no, you're good, and then the other guy was like, no, I just put his drinks on mine because he was like trying to be a nice guy and be like,
Yeah.
no, don't worry if you can't, he's too drunk. It's like I'll take his drinks, don't worry about it. I was like, no, he already closed his.
You already closed it.
Yeah. And then he asked me to close his check, and then I closed him out, and then 5 minutes later he asked me to close his check again, and I was like, no, you already closed it.
Yeah, you got
It's
it.
like-
Get the fuck out.
No,
Get out.
he's a sweetheart. They're nice guys, but like just because you black out doesn't mean you're a bad person. I mean, you guys are bad fucking people because you're spreading vicious lies about me. But most people
that's
who
a lie.
black out are, you know,
Hey, Brian, how many drinks have you had? Just one?
I'm
Just
almost done.
one?
I'm almost done with my second.
Oh, just one?
Just on
And
the
I was
top.
at a bar before the podcast. All right.
I don't believe you.
Before I met up with you, I was at a bar.
cigar
okay.
bar.
What would
No,
you
I
be
was at
doing
the
at
bar
a bar,
across the street.
Brian?
I was getting fucking breakfast, okay? Like I always do, okay? I stop by. I get a nice little blackened chicken Caesar wrap. All right?
Okay.
That's my version of
At
blacking
6
out.
p.m.
Okay? My
6
blacking
p.m.
out
Breakfast.
is getting some fucking blackened chicken and
For
eating it.
breakfast.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to watch my figure. You know, summer's right around the corner. I need to fucking be fit.
Yeah.
So
Work
I'm
out now.
intermittent fasting.
Yeah, so so girls can ghost me like they do every year.
Yeah. Especially during the summer.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. You know, they hang out with me, realize that, like, you know what, this your life is just, you're not, this isn't working. This
Isn't fun.
yeah. Yeah. What do you mean you woke up at 2 p.m.?
Yeah, I do that every day.
Yeah, I have to because I work till like 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, this is a lifestyle, babe.
This is how it works.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm not a spring
Nocturnal?
chicken. I would otherwise be a zombie because I don't sleep then.
That's right. If you want us to keep getting like special preferential treatment in bars,
Yeah.
because I know the bartender and like,
If you don't want me
Nice
to charge
drinks.
you,
yeah,
I got to wake up at 2 p.m.
exactly.
I got to be up and good to go, but like at a sleep in time.
Yeah, it's called beauty rest.
Yeah.
And with the girls that Brian goes out with, it's just like, what if, like, where are we going to get fucking preferential treatment with your people? Like, fucking McDonald's?
Yeah.
That was a little weak. All right.
Sorry.
That was a little weak. I was hopeful. I was hopeful some heat was coming my way. But yeah, that just goes to show you about the fucking
Blackouts.
yeah
Blackouts.
the blackouts and
I'm going to black out
and
now, everybody. You can write that last joke off because I'm blacked out.
yeah. You and that Ewok cock need to fucking take
Go
a back
home
seat.
together.
That sounds like a great way to wake up from a blackout. It's you
With an Ewok cock
with
in
an
your
Ewok.
face?
Just like with
You're
the,
just
That's a
cuddled
blackout
up in
story.
the lap of an Ewok.
with like with the tilted head just staring at you when you wake up.
It's better than a tauntaun. Wake up inside a tauntaun. I prefer the Ewok, honestly.
Apparently, the tauntauns smell.
They smell pretty bad.
Well, I'm sure Ewoks. Fuck, how often do they shower? Okay,
Do they have showers?
I don't know. So this is a good question. Let's talk about it.
Maybe they pick the
not
junk
George
out of
Lucas.
each other's fur.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Like
don't really
monkeys.
they don't really talk much about that. In the, you know, it's sad.
To Ewok culture.
Yeah, I mean,
That would be a great episode of Star Wars.
Maybe
I'd
they'll
watch
do it in season 2 of The Mandalorian.
That's a great show of Star Wars.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
What?
Yeah, what
Guys
kind
are
of
missing
fucking
out.
money do you
What the
think I
fuck
have
am I
thrown
going
around?
to
Yeah.
watch Disney Plus for?
Yeah,
Just the Mandalorian and like maybe Marvel
Oh,
movies.
come on.
yeah. Get off yourself. Dude.
Well, that's why I didn't buy
You
it.
see the
I
Marvel
borrowed a
movie when they're
friend's
in the
account.
theater, and then you never see them again.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
need. To, I know what happened.
Unless they're on cable.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
No, but I love the Marvel movies.
No, Marvel movies were amazing. I love
Actually,
them.
wait, nobody has cable anymore, so then I don't know when you're going to see the Marvel
I have
movies.
cable, unfortunately.
Look at you, money
I
bags
actually
over
still
here.
do have cable.
Yeah.
I just didn't never.
We
turn that
bought
thing on.
cable just so that we
All
could,
that money you save on beard products, you could fucking put
yeah,
to
exactly.
Disney Plus.
Hey, my Disney Plus is borrowed from a friend, all right? So I don't actually pay for it
Why would you say that on a fucking podcast?
because none of them listen
Because
to
you're
it.
allowed to do that.
Yeah, this is a free country.
I didn't say which friend.
And by free, I mean we steal things.
Now Brian's going to get arrested for the first time, admitting to stealing things.
I've never stolen a thing in my life.
Except
Everything was consensual.
that's how you get away
That
with
candy
crimes.
bar wanted me to take it when I was like fucking 8
It
years
was
old.
yelling my name.
You
Yeah.
were underage?
Taking a candy bar? Yeah.
Oh, so you went to juvie.
Out of a 7-Eleven?
What do you mean by that, though?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Taking a candy bar.
Yeah, that's some underlying code
Yeah, I
words.
think it was a Snickers bar or something. I don't remember.
Oh, so you remember the brand, but
No,
you don't
I
remember
said
the
I, don't, I just
crime.
it was an arbitrary name. I could have been any fucking brand. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it?
You guys watch too many fucking. You watch too much Disney Plus. All right, these fucking Mulan questions. Stop
that's-
with the Inquisition.
That's like
all right?
Mine Hunters or something like that.
No, this is it. No, because they
Ah,
actually
they just
ask questions
canceled
about
that, by the way.
They talk about serious shit. You're asking me about a fucking candy bar when I was 8 years old.
I'm gonna find
Grow
a
the
reason
fuck
for you
up.
to get arrested.
You can't remember what you did a week ago, like 2 days ago.
I got filled in.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
bet you did get filled in, didn't you? I bet you did. Yeah, what was his name?
I don't know.
Job of the
Derek?
job of the slut.
Yeah.
This is getting out of hand.
And
We
his
gotta
good friend
settle down here.
Awokian.
Yeah, hear that, everybody? James got filled in.
That was my last Wednesday. That was yours.
Somebody covered my shift.
And then
Oh, no.
and then
See, that's the thing. As a
and then he
good
covered a
bartender-
shaft.
No, as a good bartender, I may go out a good number of times, but I always fucking show up to work.
Not necessarily on time, but
One time.
close enough.
One time.
The one
I mean,
time
we know you don't
the one
show
time
up
I
for the
visited you.
podcast on time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. You had to be at work at 6 p.m. He shows up at like fucking 6:04.
I'm not being paid, so it's different.
No, but you got to show up 15 minutes early. What's wrong with being punctual? Okay? The only
Take
thing
some goddamn pride in your.
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
In
time
my
it's
not
wrong
paid
to be
job,
punctual.
My charity.
The only time it's wrong to be punctual is when you're coming too early. That's the only fucking time. Okay? Every other time, be punctual. You're on it because it just means you don't respect other people's time. And although that is a really good excuse to use on a girl if you came too early, I just respect your time, and I'm really
punctual.
trying to. Yeah, don't be mad at me because I was punctual.
Look, I'm just here to take care of you, okay?
I was 15 minutes early. I mean, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're 15
Yeah,
minutes
I
late.
masturbated before I showed up, and I still came too early.
You just have a problem after that.
Well, you know what? If maybe it's because she's so fucking hot. Okay, maybe that's why.
That could be true.
Yeah,
I'll let
not
that
in
slide.
Jimmy's case, but in our case, maybe.
Not a handsome man.
But you know a lot about pyramids.
Know a lot about
It's all that free time.
upside down thigh pyramids. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't have it today. Does anybody have a last call for the love of God?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's great.
I'm begging you. Last call. Somebody bail me
No,
out.
we have one more subject to talk about,
Yeah.
guys. We got to talk about getting friends jobs.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
worst
Jimmy, can you
people.
get me a job with your fucking rich finance friends?
No.
Cool.
Why not? Why
Moving
not?
on.
I can make a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
It's like we're already up against time. Why don't we just save that for next episode? We got to do 2 hours next time
Why do we have to do 2 hours next time?
because
Oh, I thought
One
those
of
would
us
be
is gonna be out of
two
town.
Separate things, though.
yeah, we still have to do 2 hours.
Oh, that's true.
That is true. That is true.
Let's put a fucking bow on this thing. We gotta get out of here.
Okay, we could do last call. Fine. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Man, Jimmy really wants it, so we
Yeah,
gotta do it.
Jimmy obviously has a great last call story.
Well, I have a couple of good ones. I mean, I was out all over the goddamn town this weekend,
Oh yeah, you were just throwing that fucking
throwing that.
Money schlong everywhere.
that little
huh?
Peter around like it
Yeah.
was
Made of gold.
I was walking around swinging my elbows like Conor McGregor this weekend,
beating up old men in bars.
hanging out in cigar bars, talking about the blackjack business in Las Vegas and New Mexico in the 1950s with in cigar bars with old men.
Where else would you talk about that?
Yeah.
And who else would you talk about that with?
They were also telling me about how they had to slap their girlfriends in front of Frank Sinatra for sitting on his lap. That was a wild one.
Well, I mean, you can't blame them. I would any one of us would have sat on his lap.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would have sat on his lap.
Don Rickles kissed him on the mouth. It's okay.
Oh, he's a handsome man.
Yeah.
And he's from
not
Jersey.
not Don Rickles, rest his soul.
the
But
kind of man I want to marry. You know?
yeah, just a Hoboken Italian.
Yeah, just a local kid.
Hey, Hoboken, no joking.
But yeah,
There's a lot of jokes here.
I mean, from there, hanging out in fucking Brooklyn, eating fucking barbecue food all weekend, hanging out in bars during a snowstorm with a woman talking to a fucking pigeon that came into a bar. She's talking to it like it's her fucking friend's child that she hasn't seen since it was a baby, saying, "Oh my, look at you and how big you're getting."
To a
Just
pigeon.
Talking to a pigeon.
Are
in
you
a
sure she
bar.
wasn't talking about your dick?
No. She didn't see
Look
that.
how big you're getting.
Didn't see that yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
You
It
go
was
back,
a long
you go
night.
back for seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
I mean, I would say that she's a crazy person, but I don't want to put her in any kind of tribe.
Right, no tribes.
Yeah. Is that tribal?
Maybe.
I don't know.
She's part of the pigeon tribe.
Maybe.
I think that's okay. You know, the Dr. Doolittle tribe? Talking to animals? Anthropomorphizing animals? That's gross.
I heard that movie sucked, by the way.
What, Dr. Doolittle?
Yeah.
It's already out. I
I
thought
think
I just.
it came out.
Oh, really?
I think it came out last week.
I mean, I had no
Well,
interest
most of the
to
other
see
ones
it.
sucked. So I just assume that they're, you know, it's just everything is just a fucking copy in life. You know, we're just remaking fucking everything.
Because Hollywood has no inspiration anymore.
Yeah.
They burn their brains out doing so much cocaine off of all the good
No, they
movies.
burn their
made.
brains out paying for lawyers to fucking
Oh yeah, to bail them all out of jail.
to bail them all out of jail. They're too busy.
What quick rich
How the
scheme
hell
can
am
we
I
come
supposed
up
to
with?
think of a plot when I'm fucking
Balls deep in a child.
yeah. Yeah.
That's what those guys
Jesus.
do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I
some of
wouldn't-
them.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Epstein, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
he's
thinking
dead.
of Weinstein, but that wasn't kids. I'm confusing Epstein and Weinstein, and that was the kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know.
both bad guys.
Yeah, it's all bad, everybody.
Both bad guys.
Weinstein.
These rich and powerful people, it's all bad.
Yeah.
It's
Harvey
all bad
Weinstein
news.
deserves a fucking Emmy for his sick performance that he's putting on as he's going to the courthouse, and then you lube it up and you can just shove it right up his ass.
What I think is Weinstein needs
I
a
think
fucking.
it looks like he's wearing
He
diapers
deserves.
now.
He deserves an appointment with the fucking Clintons. That's who he. That's what he deserves. Fucking
Probably they'll set him straight to a noose.
Yeah, literally.
No, they only do that if you're going to talk shit about them.
Well, yeah.
somebody
that's what I'm
somebody
saying.
needs to hack Weinstein's fucking Twitter and start going off on
On
a tangent
everyone.
about Hillary Clinton. I am worried about Tulsi Gabbard. I am fucking worried.
She probably should be.
You know,
Yeah.
she seems like a nice lady.
She's like a nice gal. I don't know if she's got a shot, but
Yeah, and I'd like to tell both of you that if it ever comes out that I committed suicide, I did not commit suicide.
I'm not
Yeah.
suicidal.
Okay.
I'm not suicidal.
I'm
either.
not suicidal. Never
Today.
have I ever been suicidal. Although, yeah,
That's not true. For me, at least.
no. Well, I get why you're suicidal.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's all
look,
bad.
look at you. Just lying about
I
your
don't believe in
friends.
God, and I think the pyramids are 10,000 years old.
Which ones? The upside down thigh ones, or
Both.
Oh, I only like the ones that are 10,000 years old.
that's right.
Why do you think I hang out in the oldest bars in the city? I like to hang out in bars and pick up women that have been going to the same bar since 1945.
Jesus, that
Yeah.
is a lot.
That's
James,
yeah.
do you have a story?
I have like two, and they both kind of reference this. And basically, over the weekend on Saturday night, like last hour we're open, I get kind of like weirdly slammed. And the first one is there's this drunk finance couple that came in. I gave them 2 vodka sodas, and just as we were talking about blacking out, this couple was definitely blacked out. I stopped serving them. He had closed out his tab, but he had 2 more drinks, and then he kept being like, "Close out, just make up a name like Johnson." He's like, "Close out,
Close
Johnson.
out there, Johnson.
And I was just like, yeah, I know. I don't have your card anymore. This is your tab. He was like, no, the name's under Johnson. Just swipe
Happens
it.
all
and I'm
the
just
time.
like, no, dude, like, see, I don't have I gave it back to you because you closed out the first time. This is your new tab. I need a card. And he was like, I just need a pen. I was like, no, I need your card before I'm even giving you a pen or anything else.
What are you gonna stab yourself?
Yeah, like. Anyways, after like the 5th time, he finally closed out. But it was weird because he brought in this girl and he was making out with her. They were really drunk, and then he leaves without the girl and gets into an Uber by himself. I thought they were like together.
Did you take her home?
No, so then she turned around to a guest behind me, and then this dude starts talking to her, and then he starts making out with her, and then they leave the bar together. At the end of the bar, I have a regular that's come in, and she comes on dates only to the bar. She's like 15 friends. Turns out like 3 of the dudes she's brought on dates to my bar. And one of the guys was like, oh
tough.
yeah, we've
Tough.
been on a date here. And she just looks at me and she's like, but we don't date anymore. Like, I don't date him. He doesn't. We don't go on dates. And I was just like, damn. She said that out loud in front of his face. And he was like, wow, it's over like that? And she was like, we haven't gone on a date in 4 months. We're not dating. And I was like, oh, this is really awkward. But they the whole rest of the night.
Seen somebody in 4 months. Why would you be like, oh, wow, you could do me like that? It's just like,
Maybe he was sending her memes or something.
I don't know. He was a fucking idiot. But they
sending you memes for 4 months.
Yeah, why are we still? I don't understand.
I don't understand. I thought we were dating.
We were. You'd smile. You liked it.
Yeah.
You liked it on Instagram.
But anyways, they end up all these like 3 or 4 dudes. She's in a crew of like 15 people. These 3 or 4 dudes that have been on dates with her kept trying to like offer to walk her home because she lived like a couple blocks away, and she was saying like, no.
What's your name, James? I'm just kidding.
No, I'm never admitting that.
What the fuck?
What Pandora box are you trying to open there, Brian?
I'm just seeing if you're blacked out.
But then we were basically like, they kept trying to walk her home. One dude tried to make out with her on the bar, and she slapped him in the face, and then flipped him off. Kept screaming for him to go fuck himself. And then he left, and she kept waiting outside. And I'm just closing up. Like, the lights are up. It's just me doing the money. She's finishing her vodka drink, and we're just chilling. And he keeps trying to come back in, and finally had to tell him to leave. And then she stays until I lock the bar. And then she was like, where are you going? I was like, I go up a couple blocks, and then I call an Uber to go home. She's like, well, I live like a couple blocks shorter than that. Can I walk with you? And I was like, sure.
You idiot.
Walking back to her apartment, she's like, do you want a glass of wine? And I was like, yeah, sure, I can do a glass of wine. I know it's late, but like, whatever.
Jesus.
Yeah. And
she's attractive.
She's attractive. And we ended up like
yourself.
hooking up. And basically the whole point of this last call is, if you do not take the woman you're interested in home, the dude sitting next to her at the bar the entire time, even though knowing that you're on a date with her, will take her home. And if you have pissed her off, and it's just her and the bartender will take her home. That's
if the bartender is James.
Yeah, if the bartender is James.
You've done that, Brian. Come on.
What the fuck? I don't fucking take girls home that are on dates.
Well, first of all, she took me home to her apartment.
This is all just fucking minutia. Like grow up. Like, you know what? First of all, she took me home. And then, is there a second of all? Or are you just saying first of all to add emphasis on the first of all?
No, second of all.
I fucking hate when people say first of all and
no
don't
second?
have it a second of all. The whole time I'm waiting for the second of all, and you don't have a fucking second of all.
No, the second of all is if you don't take your girl home, I will take her home.
But you
That's
already
it.
said that earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think you got it the first time.
I understood it. I'm just fucking sick of people saying first of all and that don't have second of all. All right? Don't fucking say it.
I did say it.
Yeah.
The second of all.
Grow up. No, you didn't have one, though.
Jesus.
No, I did.
No, you just added that fucking.
I did.
After.
That was the whole point.
No, shut up, dude. Don't lie to me.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut the
You
fuck
shut up, Brian.
Shut
I'm not
up.
even interested in your last call.
Fuck, I don't have one.
Oh,
okay?
good, because I wasn't interested to begin with, okay?
Well, good.
Well, good.
I didn't have one, so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Good, all right?
You have a second of all or what?
Second of all, I
Fuck
still
you.
wasn't interested.
Fuck you.
Jesus Christ.
Tensions are high on the
Yeah.
podcast today.
I'm
What the fuck is going on here?
just sick. I'm over it. All right, I'm fucking over. That is a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah, well, I'm over your last call that doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, I don't have a last call.
Good.
This is the first time I haven't had a last call. Okay, you guys have. I could do a last call, but it's just not worth it.
Oh, I could
now.
do one
I could
because
do
I'm
it if I
put
wanted
on
to.
the spot.
I'm deciding not to. Okay.
All right, Brian.
Bitch move.
Brian. So Brian just decided to go on a fucking rant as
Yeah.
his last call.
Yeah.
Brian just hijacked James' last call, turned it into a rant, and now here we are closing out the show.
That's right.
We're gonna have another episode for you guys out next week, and go follow us on wherever you get
Regulars.
your podcast, and all of our social media, regulars_pod on Instagram and Twitter. Email us at regularspod@gmail.com.
Yeah, if you have
Yeah.
any questions or wants to talk about anything, or maybe want to be
Yeah, shoot us a good topic.
Yeah.
Or even if you want to
wanna
invite us
come
to your
on.
bar and buy us a drink.
or
Yeah.
no, whatever. But or also
We're doing this for free, Brian. We'll take what we can
Or
get.
if you want to
Yeah.
sponsor us, absolutely, fucking email us.
Yeah.
Okay, because we'd love to drink your product and talk about your product. James is a whore. He's got a nice velvety voice, like to talk about things. He might even have a second of all when he talks about it.
That's the nicest thing you
He
ever
might
said about me.
even take it home.
Yeah, I'm actually
When
you
it's
don't
on a
ha-
date
you
with
don't
someone
have a
else.
sexy voice.
I know.
Yeah, you sound
James is the second of all.
Yeah.
you sound like a.
I'm the
programmer.
second of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy who was on the date with her is the first of all. James is the second of all.
James is probably the eighth of all. To be honest,
eighth
with
of
you.
all.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be
because he just
surprised.
said there were like 5 other guys there who she
Been
fucked.
on dates? Yeah, no,
Who she
I saw
fucked.
all
Who
of
she
them.
No.
fucked. All right.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen people who are like that in one night? Who are they just be on a date, it doesn't go well, then the next guy comes up and it's just like, oh, let me buy you a drink. Your date didn't go so good. Tell
Yeah,
me about
absolutely.
it.
I've had
And then
girls
it's just
try
a
to take me
train
home.
of people trying to pick this one girl up, and she's just, it's not working out for anybody who's
No.
doing it. Or she's like, I don't know, is she just always waiting for the bartender, or is it just the bartender's just like, well, I might as well throw my hat in the ring. I've seen everybody else do it.
No, I work at a really small bar, and I can't fucking do that. You know, because I know I'm going to see that person again. And if there is like an
But
actual
what
real,
does it matter?
it does
Yeah.
matter. No, because you are a zookeeper. First rule of
Well,
zookeeping
yeah.
is that you don't fuck the animals. Okay. You can't fuck the animals. You are just trying to keep this ecosystem nice and pretty, and then you have pretty girls come in here. I'm not saying I haven't.
I'm a bad zookeeper.
Yeah, I'm a bad zookeeper.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
You get
there's
fired day 2.
There's probably one actual zookeeper
never
that
got
doesn't
fired,
believe in
but,
that, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's why they got into zookeeping.
Yeah.
What do you mean I can't fuck
Fuck the animals. That was the whole reason I got this degree.
Yeah, look at that Ewok.
Look at that. Ewok. I made that.
His dick is huge.
I need that inside of me. All right, guys. Thanks for
All right,
listening.
on that
Yeah.
note, have a good week, everybody.
We'll see you in
Yeah.
a week. Love you.
Love it.